I just went, yeah, I just got back home or whatever. But when I was getting my nails done, I went on and I picked up, I got two versions of the Kebra. Okay, now they a little bit different to me. Okay, they're a little different. Okay, and you know, I like this brown one better. Okay, this is the one that I like. But there was something, I couldn't find that one at the time when I was leaving. So I went ahead and grabbed this one, right? So I started reading about the vision here, okay? Now, the first thing I'm realizing that in this part of this vision is talking about now the whole kingdom of the world belong to the seed of Shem. So this makes me think the first shall be the last. Shem is the first. Shem is different. Shem is unique. They just are. And so it's saying something about the seed of Abraham, the seed of David, the seed of Solomon. The father gave glory to the seed of Shem because of the blessings he bestowed upon Noah. Okay, Solomon himself was the wisest king who ever lived. His wisdom and his understanding was immeasurable. Okay, I feel like, okay, Solomon lived by his word. Okay, so because I feel like there's some couple energy coming around, like people saying that people don't live a certain way, and I'm trying to say where that people be in the Bible or whatever and they don't live that way. And I'm trying to see where. That's where I want to know. Okay. So, because I know there ain't nobody directing that over here. Okay. That's the first thing I want to go ahead and say because we know they watch it. I know they watching. You know what I'm saying? I know that they watching. I know they watching. And I know these dudes and these females watching. They be hating. They can't understand. This person ain't producing this, that. This person is secluded. This person is isolated. But this person, you know what I'm saying? But motherfucker still on somebody's mind somewhere. This person ain't getting no growth. This person ain't getting no money. This person this person that. But at the end of the day, it don't phase you. You understand what I'm saying? This is for those that feel like people be coming real funny, like, you know what I'm saying? And you know, it's not just your own people, it's other people, it's whatever. They just can't stand your light. Period. Okay. So it made me start. Okay, so let's read this because I want to go ahead and then we're gonna go into this part right here about Jamaica, okay, and the tree of life, which I feel like is not all the way accurate, but let's go ahead and see what it says, okay? So it says Solomon lived by his word, and the readiness of his mouth was balanced by the discretion of his speech, and his life spoke in his behalf, so that his sitting down and rising up, his table, his law, his work, his love, his life were all one. All right. Those to whom he gave order felt that his words were kind, and those who committed faults were admonished gently. So again, this is maybe the harsh energy that I'm in lately, but again, I know for a fact that I'm a King Solomon energy. Period. Whether it was when I came in the game 2 years ago, whether it's now, whether I've been Solomon this whole time and people been running the kingdom under feminine energy, okay, or other energies here, Uncle Scar energy or something, okay? So let's just go ahead and get that straight, okay? This is King Solomon. You're gonna think he got money, he got pentacles and shit like this. But at the same time, if everybody is lying to King Solomon and if King Solomon wasn't raised in the kingdom, then King Solomon wouldn't know that he was a king. So this made me think about my masculine at one point in time in the beginning of this ascension, saying you don't see nobody but yourself, or like something about people, like I don't know, maybe like claiming that somebody used people or something like this, okay? But I feel like again, this was that whole energy of somebody trying to make an example out of my family, out of my life, out of my marriage, okay, to expose what's going on behind my closed doors and not yours. All right, like Betty Wright said, is that you know me and I don't know you, okay? So I feel like this is I don't know, somebody's supposed to be taking some kind of defeat, but I just don't know where, okay? um because again, I do recall that a masculine did say something like, what I'm saying, damn, maybe you're a little harsh now, you know what I'm saying. And in the beginning, I feel like I was a very gentle energy, but things happen, things change, right? Just like relationships change, right? Just like connections change, right? But I'm just trying to think, hold on, because I feel like whatever this is, I'm not perfect, but I'm far from a mess up, all right? So I had to go back and say, wait a minute, why is this making me think about something about the right hand? Okay, because it made me think, that you know, you my right hand, okay? Yeah, but these streets don't love you like I do, okay? So this already let me know to prepare for whatever the fuck this is, okay? Rather, this masculine energy has changed his mind. Rather, he is gone from this earth and people are just not telling. Just like it's that energy of somebody, like people not being truthful or blocking someone out so that you won't know what's going on behind the scenes. But you still have that deep place you can go and say, something is off, something is shifted. Okay. You don't, necessarily. And I feel like, again, it's kind of like that energy that I put out earlier. You know what I'm saying? I feel like people want to make somebody feel left out. Maybe some of you guys feel like this, but it's almost like, I feel like I have a seat in the skybox and these other witches are in the stands. And this is why they mad. So I don't know. It's something like that. Okay. So again, and just because I feel like wisdom is expansion, gossip is something else. Again, no matter how we look at it, most of these readers are gossiping, period. God hates gossip. Okay. So if we can put it under another name, that'll be it. All right. Now, if it's something that has to do with tender loving care or trying to help people through issues or people have real good, like real drop that's going on in this day and age that people may need to know in order to get some type of advice or information or obtain some type of knowledge. I'm not saying that it don't do that to a certain extent, but some of this shit is just messy. All right. Period. It's just going to be called out because, again, what if Solomon would have called out the mess that was going on in the kingdom like I do over here? What if Solomon was sweet and everything like that? He thought it was cute when Merkita was doing the magic and shit on him and he seen what works these women could do or whatever like this. Most of these are island women. Okay, a masculine may be addicted to those type of women. That's fine. Some of you may be having some type of island energy within your bloodline. All right. So I'm not saying anything against it. I'm just looking at the dynamic here. Okay. Because we know that Columbus, that was one of the first places that Columbus went. He didn't even really come into the Americas. So again, if we want to take that basis back to that area, okay. But we're talking about the Americas right now. We're talking about people coming into the Americas and taking over. We're not talking about Jamaica right now. Okay. Or Jamaica. We're not talking about that right now. We're talking about here in the Americas. Okay. This is more of that energy of women from other places, island or otherwise, okay, coming into these particular lands, meeting with those people first, okay, Columbus them. Let's think about that. That's my page of wands. All right, so them meeting with them first and then bringing whatever indoctrination onto the lands here, because first they had to get into your mental before they had churches and Bibles and all that good stuff, okay. So they had to get into your mental. So again, this is that energy, like I'm saying, okay, about something about these particular so-called people that would be slaves, or even these particular hundreds of thousands of Indians from the Americas along the coast that were snatched up and taken over to Africa. There was more people taken over to Africa around the time of Columbus and them in between then in the Portuguese energy, okay, the Dutch and Portuguese, than there were brought into America actually in the slave records from Africa. Okay. So let's just go ahead and look at that. All right. So again, we have sitting down and rising up. Okay, so his love and the thing like this, okay, to whom he gave order, felt his words were kind, okay, and administered gently. So this may be a gentle reminder or some type of reminder from someone. But like I said, things change, okay? Solomon's house was built upon the wisdom of the father. Okay, so again, this is a house. This is, like we said, Mar-a-Lago being Trump's home. Okay, so we're talking about somebody's house. Okay, so we're talking about Hathor energy or a holy cow energy or a holy one of Israel energy here that the father built. Okay, and the father would dwell in that temple when he came into possibly on this plane, is what I'm seeing from the research that I've obtained. Okay, so it says, and Solomon smiled graciously on fools and to the wise and said parables that had the sweetness of honey. Okay, so again, this may be somebody that knows how to put on the Ritz. Okay, there's something about honey fools. Actually, there's something about fools or foolish behavior. Okay, even the fool card. Okay, and then we have something about this sweetness here. Okay, your sweetness is my weakness. I got the month of May because we're gonna go into Matthew 5:30 in a second. Okay, something about honey. Matter of fact, that's what I just got with my pedicure. Okay, milk and honey. All right. So we have now the Queen of the South, Marquita, heard of him. She wished to know more about him, and happened that a leader of the queen's merchants caravan came to King Solomon. Now, I'm not saying that Solomon is not in a masculine form in feminine energy right now, all right? But I feel like this is the energy of what I experienced last year when I saw someone that looked just like Elodio in the driveway of the house next door. So I was thinking, damn, is it a party next door? Is there something going on next door that I don't know about? Because it took those people like a year and a half to even move into that house, okay? So And just there was just something that was calling my name and showing me, that house for some reason. Okay. So again, that made me think about the tabernacle. It also made me think about the house, the bath house, or something like this of Bathsheba or whatever. Because then this makes me think about again that type of extraterrestrial energy or Ezekiel's will. Okay, something like this. Because whenever we talk about Ezekiel, we know we talk about alien or foreign, count encounters and things like that. Okay. So I want to go into this part about ganja, okay? Because I'm pretty sure it wasn't written like this in the 1400s, okay? But so that's what make me automatically want to question it, all right? I feel like, what I'm saying, some of this sounds some kind of way. So let's just go ahead and see. All right, because I feel like there's a difference than having a natural high and being someone that's tuned in and tapped in to source. And I feel it's different when people are people that stay high all day and then they get drops and downloads. Because we all know when you go there, what I'm saying, shit be expanded or whatever. But it's just like, if somebody's all on one accord and Satan is running the world, and again, we know a lot of people have different type of variety of whatever they have or they take or toke on, you know what I'm saying? We have to really question things, okay? Because I feel like again something is going on with this new shit that they got in these dispensaries is what I call them. Okay. So again, you don't know where your shit coming from these days. All right. And I feel like there's something about fentanyl and marijuana now. All right. Within these days here that may be altering something or also connecting people on one accord. Now, no, ain't nobody gonna tell you that shit is in there. You know what I'm saying? You think about it back in the 90s. You know what I'm saying? The 90s to 2000 when it went from just, what I'm saying, regular just weed to like all that other shit. Okay. So again, I'm just wondering, I be questioning, is that's what we be doing over here. Because I want to know why in Matthew it says in 5:30 is talking about to cut off your hand, okay? And if your right hand causes you to stumble, cut it off and throw it away. It is better for you to lose one part of your body, all right, than for your whole body to go into hell. So this is telling me, right? So you my right hand, okay? Told me everything about you. It's a bold move, okay? But these streets don't love you like I do, right? Okay, so we have what does it say? It's better for you to lose a part of your body. Okay, so this makes me think if somebody is the right hand of God, we know the right hand is the prominent hand of God. So if we're talking about a hand or a handmaid, okay, this is the nurturing aspect of God. This is what keeps him humble. This is what keeps him nurtured. This is what keeps him fed. This is what keeps him fueled. Okay. The left hand, it say don't let the left hand know what the right hand is doing because the left hand usually, and I'm not saying this about left-handed people. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why I just seen a scorpionic energy with a left hand. I don't know. But not that left-handed people, but there's always been something, y'all know, you know what I'm saying, like a superstitious vibe or whatever about people that write with their left hand. All right. But then also that made me think about the energy of why not the left and the right hand? Why not, if the left hand was doing something, then cut that motherfucker off too? All right. So it may say that somewhere else in the Bible, but I thought that was very superstitious and very, a little bit concerning to me too, because I feel like the right hand represents the right wing. It represents the Republican energy. Okay. The left hand possibly represent the blue or the Democrat or the demon energy. The democrats is what I call them sometimes when they ain't and they act right. Okay. So again, it's almost like cut off your right hand. And we seeing that, for a while, it's like I feel like with the Republican Party has been losing a lot of power, you know what I'm saying, over the past couple of years. Okay, especially under this particular administration here. All right. So again, this may be like the upright, righteous, part of this. Again, if we think back into history, so-called black people voted Republican prior to voting Democrat. Okay. I feel like it even started off originally with the Republican Party. Okay, Democrat Party is newer than the Republican Party is, if I'm not mistaken from my research. Okay, I'm really rusty with all that type of stuff because I haven't been into it for a while, but we'll see. You can look it up on your own. Okay. So again, this lets me know that somebody wants to get rid of your American soil. Most time that's going to be the right hand here in America because the right hand, you know what I'm saying, is the one that's going to be able to give you particular details about this land. Okay. You know what I'm saying? What the right hand, it's just like your right hand man. You know what I'm saying? It's like that. No, that hand that you can count on. Okay. So again, it's funny how it says cut off your right hand because the whole body may be, and I'm just hearing demons. I'm not even gonna bite my fucking tongue what I'm saying here. All right. I'm feeling that some of these people are weird. Some of them are stalkers. Some of them are demons. Some of them are possessed. Okay. They are possessed and they are obsessed, I feel, with people's lives. Rather, these people have a real gift to tap in and tune in. And this is something that some of these people may specialize in. Or these people are just the ones that are being brought in by your administration right now in order to spy on Americans and tattletale and do all these things because they're the privileged ones, they're the spoiled ones that are coming in here getting all these gifts. And so they're trying to make lives for Americans that they've been jealous of and envious of for a very long time, especially people coming from third world countries and things. All right. Is anything like that tattletale energy that want to get you out of the way. It's one of those little kids that where, they have the perfect barrettes in their hair in the third grade or whatever, the perfect, dress and everything on. And they're just like, what is it say? Mrs. Smith. What does she call them? Pippi Longstocking? Miss Midget Smith, Mr. Midget Smith. It's kind of like that kind of energy. Okay. So again, it's like some hater vibes here, okay? And I feel like some of these other people that have been in the darkness in society because they're demons. These are people that may, what I'm saying, live several lifetimes or some shit like this. But again, like I said, I'm a different type of motherfucker here, and I'm going to bring what I see, all right? I'm going to bring you what I feel like is the truth. All right. If you don't like it, it's too bad. I'm not gonna sugarcoat anything. We could talk about Solomon back then, and we could talk about Solomon 222 with all this other bull going on, okay? And how things would be changing once Solomon knew that witchcraft was being used on him, and how heavy, and what tactics, and what people, and how easy it would be to eliminate these people from the scene. You know what I'm saying? If that was the case, okay? So this makes me think, get rid of that energy, your right hand. You know what I'm saying? So that you don't lose the whole body. But the whole body is demonic. The whole body is sick. Okay? Because the whole body is hating on the true energy here. Okay? Let's see. What does this say? All right, let me go ahead and bring this damn mouse over here. Because we're going to talk about it. Okay? We're going to talk about it. All right? So, what else does it say? All right? It says, yeah, so also if your right eye causes you to sin, gouge it out and throw it away. Okay. So again, I feel like these are eyes or your I don't know, I just heard something about eyes on the prize. Okay. So again, these could be like scouts or something like this. Okay. It says it's better for you to lose one part of your body than for the whole body to be thrown into hell. Okay. So this is sacrificing a child for a whole group of hoes. This is separating or getting rid of your hand. Okay, which is the most powerful part of your congregation or your group or your collective. Okay, do you understand what I'm saying? More than likely the living energy when it comes to your body. All right. Okay. It just is. This I'm getting Lazarus energy of raising the dead. Lazarus raising the dead, me raising Lazarus last year in this realm here, okay? And then finding out now that while raising Lazarus energy and him raising the dead, this may have had to do with some people that were already, what I'm saying, soul. I'm talking about soul dead, meaning they then lost their souls and they're embodied by something else at this particular time. It has also been said whoever divorces his wife must give her a certificate of divorce. Now, let's see. Because if we talking about a masculine energy playing Solomon and coming around here and being in a twin flame union or whatever like this and going back off and doing something here, or a husband faking their death or something like this, going out for milk and cookies or something and never coming back, or a pack of cigarettes or whatever. Again, this is the energy of a certificate of divorce. Okay. So again, a lot of these masculines are not doing this. Okay. They are possibly, or had been. Again, we talk about past, present, and future. Okay. Things that are seen and unseen. Many of this energy I seen in the census records when I was looking up the census for my family. Okay. That there will be a whole family over here, and then with the same masculine energy, another because these were studs or bucks, that they sent around to impregnate or to, you know what I'm saying, different women on different land masses. I don't think I won't say plantations at that time, because again, on some of these records, my ancestors owned the land. Okay. So again, I feel like this is what they're doing. They're not giving a certificate of divorce. Maybe again, some people are not divorced. Maybe this is something that can save these masculines from these women that are cuffing them in cuffing season or whatever this is, right? And then pretending to be married to them so it would be illegal. But I feel like there's just deeper workings going on. Some of these things, people don't even know your whole family dynamic has been you know what I'm saying, there's like a bird's eye view on it, and people are making moves behind the scenes and just hoping to eliminate or kill or cull or send off or scare off portions of the family, which they think don't work appropriately for whatever the fuck they're doing. All right. And most of the time, if you're not going to be a Stepford wife and shut your mouth and look all sickly in the background while some shit is going wrong, then again, you're not that. So again, obviously, I'm not the same type of being as these females. Obviously, there's some leadership role that I play. Obviously, there's some masculine energy in me, not being a bitch, but there's actually people that are, again, like I said, God made both Adam, I mean, the man and the woman, and he called them Adam. All right. So again, that means that those two were matching in energy here. It was no difference here. Okay, so in 2022, we're trying to make it seem like a masculine energy in the background. But again, the energy of this masculine is also consumed with everything, or in that hangman situation, getting all the information from that feminine energy. So again, when you get what you get, then you cut them off. You know what I'm saying? So this is also what we're talking about with abortion. All right, that's what I'm saying. All right, so they get whatever this is, or they get these new women come in, and then they feel like they can just cut the women off. But no, because then again, that would make you some kind of energy as a guest here. Okay, when if we talking about Shem was in control of the whole thing, then I'm just trying to figure out. Okay, I'm just trying to figure out. Okay, and the thing to do would be get some kind of technology in hand where, and get these people, like I said, all doped out on drugs or whatever, so you can go ahead and collectively control these people here. All right, some of us are naturally tapped in, and we talk about things that are very important, but we're getting hated on and spat on and carrying the cross and being kicked and what did Michael Jackson say? Kick me, kike me. Okay, but then also I'm just hearing, just leave me alone. Okay, but I'm ready for that shit all day. So again, we talking about what they're talking about in Matthew. Okay, so let's go ahead and see what a hand is. Okay, let's go ahead and see what a hand is. All right, so it's saying a hand in Old English, the hand, a human hand. So it's not just any kind of hand. Now, then you'll have to break down human, but we're not doing this. We already did it on the channel. If you want to look at it, you can. If you want to break it down on your own, you can. There's a certain group of people. All right, it says also the side. So again, when they took the rib from Adam's side, okay, I'm just wondering, okay, because we was talking about that side energy or side hustle or even side energy or side piece energy the other day, okay? So this is programming here. These people have been programmed. They get memos in the beginning of the day. It's kind of scary to think how. I don't know if it's an email or if some type of download is actually coming into their brains. But you better make sure that that shit is coming from God and not from Satan. But it ain't nothing for me to worry about at the end of the day, because I already know what this is. All right. And it doesn't scare me to be cut off or be alone or work alone or be alone. I did all this shit on my own. So what? I'm self-taught with everything that I do. Every single thing, every hobby, every craft, everything about the Bible, everything about these words, everything. Okay. So it says also aside, apart, direction. Okay. So again, this may be also somebody going in a different direction, but I feel like, what you mad for? What you mean this a different direction? No, this the same direction. It just seemed like, now somebody want to silence somebody because they're standing their ground and they know what kind of power they hold. So at that particular time, that's why, like I said, some of us have had our platforms attacked and things like this, because when you do come to your awakening and realize that you are over these people and they are not over you, okay? Then they don't want you to have a large following at that point in time. So all these witches and all these stank bitches been already knowing that this was the agenda here. Okay, period. I feel like there is somebody sick or has passed on, maybe even 2 or 3 people here. Okay, whatever this is, they may even be making this person think that the real American empress or American emperor or queen or whatever energy is the one that's making this person sick. It's the one that's making them think this way. It's the one that won't just go with the programmed agenda. Period. It's just something that's just weird to me. All right. So I just have to go ahead and dig. When I feel something like that, you know what I'm saying? I don't get afraid. I don't want to hold on to no damn body or nothing. I want the truth. You hear me? All right. So we have also power, control, possessive. That is the sitting energy of a group. You understand? The sitting energy or the sitting president, they can play with you all they want and tell you that's that motherfucker that's sitting up in the office. But I ain't see him sitting behind that damn over the tabernacle. Excuse me, the ark of the resolute desk, okay, in the Oval Office, and I don't know how long, okay. So again, we have, so I feel like this could be also something that could be getting these people sickly, because I feel like there was myths about that desk, or myths about certain things where people touched that desk and got that desk and got sick because they were not supposed to be in there. Okay. So I feel like it's a spiritual something. All right, something stronger or more powerful. It says on the notion, the hands grip or hold. So they didn't want this masculine to have, they didn't want the hold that I have on this masculine and the hold that this masculine have on me, because it overpowers any of these motherfuckers. And you don't need all of them. Really, you really only needed the empress and the emperor. Okay. It just so happens that they split these two up possibly 20 years ago and put them with other different groups or someone in a likeness of them, right? And then segregated them in a sense. Took this masculine up high and brought, or the feminine up high and brought the masculine low. Vice versa, however you want to put it. Okay? So again, it says the hand was superseded. Let's see. The roots meaning of seize or take or collect or extended from the words part of the hand. Let's see, meaning the palm. So I said something about blood on the palm, or something about the palm, or palm trees, or palm, the palm of the hand. All right, this may be and I feel like at one point in time this masculine maybe was trying to use these feminine energies to communicate with someone that had been cut off, or just to break the ice a little bit or something like this. But they got jealous and they got envious of the way he feels about the empress, and the way that he's always going to feel about the empress unless people are using spell work on him. All right. And they ended up thinking that they could play that part. And this is when, again, we have Adam, or whatever that energy of a masculine or feminine energy, whatever, testing out other pools or other bodies of water here. Okay. It says the ancient root man. Okay. But then it also means a manual worker, a person who does something with his hands. Okay. Now I don't know what that is that he would be doing with his hands behind the scene or in astro energy. All right. Okay. With his handmaid, like on Handmaid's Tale. What was they doing with them? I don't know. Was it not we know what it was. Okay. Let's see. A hired workman. Okay. A sailor or a ship crew. So this could have something to do with Pirates of the Caribbean energy here. Okay. Let's see. Penmanship, one style of penmanship. Okay, handwriting. Okay, so yeah, so this is what Esther was even talking about in that book about that. Yeah. Huh. But her father didn't want her writing anything. But I feel like maybe Elijah came in though with that shit though, with that hypnosis, okay? And had her signing stuff in her sleep or something like this. It's something like this, okay? One style of pimp, because I feel like whatever this is, and then it says a pledge to a marriage. Okay, so again, a penmanship. Okay, like I said, this is what I'm talking about, and this is what I know. Okay, so these penmanship is something that they brought people back into slavery with in Deuteronomy. So I heard you was giving your chain away. Okay, what's wrong with you? Okay. Hold on, y'all. Let's see. Hold on, what we talking about, y'all? What we talking about? Hold on. Let's see. All right. So I don't know. I don't know why I was thinking about moringa. I just bought some shit with moringa in it for my hair. I hope it worked, because I do like moringa. Okay. But again, we have this energy here. I want to read what it's saying here. Okay. It's saying Rastas have created an oral mythology around the use of marijuana. Okay. And I don't know, this make me think about marriage. Okay. Mary Juana, Mary Jane, or something Yuana, Mary Yuana. I don't know. Okay. We have ganja. We have weed, herb. It says the myths are associated with the smoking of marijuana come from splinters of palms. So again, we have the hand with the palm, right? So again, somebody don't And this is what I'm thinking, because I feel like some of these people could also be, supposedly coming in, they may be using alien forces or something like that. We're just gonna go ahead and keep it funky, all right? And they may be coming in to, what I'm saying, evaluate a situation or test people to try to make them unfit for certain positions and stuff like this in your sleep or some shit like this. Whatever this is going on is weird, okay? Whatever it is with these Phoenix drones and shit like this, it's weird. But I can't trust a motherfucker that do that shit all day to come in here and take no test of me. I don't know what they put in it. I don't know who stuff that is. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? This is the energy here. Okay? Because I feel like, and it's like, if you're not going to join us, if you're not going to do things the way we do it, you know what I'm saying? You can't do it at all. But the handmaids or the hands was the original earth. That's why they wanted to use their womb in order to populate. What are you talking about? You see what I'm saying? Most times, again, these people were maybe, other other genders, transgender, meaning that way, okay, physically, or they were transatlantic slave trade, or trans, like, meaning that they were from all three. So I don't know if this gives some type of rights or something like this, okay, to the land or something like this. This makes them maritime energy, but it doesn't outweigh indigenous or, excuse me, what I call universal law, autochthonous energy. Okay, so let's go ahead and go back. So it says, it's also giving me Cain, or something about a dog star, or something about something like canine energy. I don't know why it's coming in here, because it's making it, I don't know, that's making me think about something about marijuana or some ancient ritual that I feel like I read about before. Okay, like that might have something to do with the dog star too, but I know the dog star has something to do with the Carolinas too. So I don't know. Okay. So it says one of these, okay, it says splinters of the palm, okay, in the Bible, and from Ethiopian tales that go back to Solomon's time as king. It says one of these suggests that ganja plants sprang out of Solomon's grave after he was buried. Now, again, this was weird too, because, when I found out about, like I said, that raid or whatever that was going on around, here or whatever, and I seen that they were picking some plants from around the trash can. Okay, because I kept telling y'all, I feel like somebody is buried over here. Okay, something is telling me that somebody is buried here. Okay, within a 10-mile radius or something, or a 50-mile radius of this house, there is a masculine energy that was buried, period. Okay, so it was kind of shocking me that if they're looking for child porn at that house, then why were they digging around underneath the trash can and picking plants? Why were they looking around in the backyard? Okay, so it says something about, like I said, the ganja plant sprang out from Solomon's grave after he was buried. There are aphorisms that state that to smoke renders one as wise as Solomon. All right. So again, to smoke renders one as wise as Solomon. So this is almost, how to make me feel so good, but also this energy comes up with me, and when I'm on a natural high, whenever that song comes, I'm like at real extreme peace. Okay. And that's the song that I feel like me and this masculine, one of these masculines shared at one point in time, was our like the favorite song, where I would take, that moment or whatever of silence or something like that. I don't know. It's something about that song. Okay. Where I knew what this masculine was saying. Okay. But I feel like with these other females, that's not the case. All right. And these same females are the ones that do that all day, and then they come over and look at your platform or whatever, or they may be working with these people behind the scenes and trying to come and see if you do something, even if you rarely ever, or once a year, or never, or whatever the fuck you do, is your business, right? But I feel like they hear the words and their ears perk up to see when, or how can we get this person to indulge in that or something like this. And it don't even matter. You see what I'm saying? I'm not saying that people are bad for doing this. I'm just trying to look, I critique things. I look at things in detail. Okay? First of all, that we're calling this a myth. Second of all, that I know that this is a pattern. A lot of times, like I said, a lot of these readers are smokers. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these people, like, New York, heavy smokers. It's legal there. They can do whatever the fuck they want to do. But I'm just saying, what's the mindset of a man or a woman that's doing that all day long? Are you really getting work done? What are you doing? Could you be coming up with some schemes of how you could fuck with somebody even more with spell work and all this other goofy shit that they be doing too? All right? It's just something about it to me, because I feel like this has something to do with that fentanyl energy, and that's just what I see. So it says, So again, it's saying that to do that, it renders you wise. Why not? Some of us are born that way, period. All right. So this could be also an energy of them claiming that a masculine did something or something like this in order to do something. Because we also talk about immaculate conception in this book here. Okay. So this could be a masculine going and getting trouble for some claims or something like this that it didn't even go down that way. Okay. It's something weird that's going on here. All right. So again, this is to render someone a wise man. And like I said, some of us are just detailed. Some of us, our minds just already work like that. It just always have. Okay. So again, don't claim that you always been like this and you always been like that because you hear the Empress say that shit when you know what I'm saying, that shit just started when you got your job working for whoever y'all working for, that some of y'all is spying. Now, I'm not saying that that's everybody. We can go ahead and say that there might be some light workers that work on the light side. But again, when they get jealous or they get envious or they get tired of talking about this person or that person, don't think that. And again, I keep telling you, if a masculine is attached to a feminine, it's best that you only listen to her or maybe one other person for some kind of clarification or something. Because again, all of this energy, this is, I don't care what you say. When I'm pulling these cards, this is very specific to the way I'm feeling, what vibe is going on with me, shit that's going on in my life, and things like this. All right. And nobody ain't gonna tell me that I'm not no type of seer. You can't. You just can't. Not when I'm already seeing other shit at a more heightened level than any of these motherfuckers really is putting on their videos. Okay? So there's a difference between leaders and people that are kind of just like everyday seers. Or the leader or seers that leaders would use. Okay? Now again, some of these females or some of these masculines could be beneficial to these masculines because they're trying to beat out somebody's energy here. So again, I'm looking at it as the energy. I posted one of those monkey toys or whatever with the little thing. You put the money in his little hand or whatever. He like this with his mouth open or whatever. You put it in his hand. He put it in his mouth and then he do a dance or some shit like this. I'm starting to see that energy. It just is what it is. And people can be mad at me, and this is why they be mad at me, but it don't matter. This is the story. This is his story. All right. So it says or that the herb is the wine. Okay. It says the blessing of sacraments, the avocation of the Lord. Okay. The myth of the tree of wisdom is intertwined with many other myths in Jamaica. So many that it is almost impossible to trace them. I wonder why. It says to determine where they began or end, or where they came back around to start again. However, this too is like the tree itself. However, this too is like the tree itself. Like the tree itself. The wild fig tree, which grows all over Jamaica. And we pulled that with one of these cards with this goddess card last night. And I said, why do the Lilith card, the Lilith card, the Lilith card, the first wife. Okay, no, or I would say Lilith is the woman, if anything. So these are two people, okay, possibly when we're talking about this garden energy, that went in on the tree of life, which is a person, probably somebody in my energy or from that Kabbalah tree of life energy, took some kind of sampling of blood or some other specimen from somebody's cup or wand or something like this, and they took it for themselves. They saw it was nice or whatever. Their eyes was already open, or else they wouldn't have been able to see. It said they saw it was nice. They saw it was good. They saw it was delightful. They saw it was something to the eye, and they ate it. And then their eyes was open. So this mean that you was not born with your fucking eyes open. This mean that you and somebody decided to go into some kind of secret program or something with these governing forces or whatever to take some shit or something like this to be in the likeness of someone else. This means you stole from the real Holy One of Israel in order to gain some type of insight or sight on something that you have, some ability that you have. It says where they begin or end, or where they come back and start again. However, this too is like the tree itself. The wild figs grow all over Jamaica, okay? The iron trunk tree and the clasping roots descending deep in the earth, making caves and rocks substructures below it. One day in the a Rasta man named Roy tells a great story about the tree of life. A farmer that I knew had a great fig tree growing on his land, and beneath it was a fresh water spring. Okay, so this makes me think about us having well water over here. Okay. This also make me think about, excuse me, this Libran energy. Okay. This Libra energy. Okay. Something maybe very unique, like I fucking said. Okay. That I know when these females are dipping in my energy here. So again, they took something from me and now they want to be me in some kind of sense. All right. So we have this energy of, I can tell which one of them when it's coming to the water, when we're talking about, certain other energies, the unique energy. I know when, again, they are using spell work or witchcraft or voodoo, hoodoo, whatever it is, to penetrate or try to get into my energy. It just is. It's to make a god look weak. But again, they have also I feel like they have authority because they're dealing with someone that somebody could be married to or had been married to, whether this be a common law, a twin flame, twin ray, some kingdom spouse, or some shit like this that you wasn't even aware of, that was even in anything that you could even fathom. You know what I'm saying? Maybe these people already do because they all from the underworld. The gates of hell have been opened up and these people are sprinkled throughout the land. Everybody may not have to worry about these people. They may not be and when they're talking about all the colors of the wind, Pocahontas, that shit right there just had me look at that whole Pocahontas story a little bit different. Because there's always somebody that opened up the door to that shit and think it's cute. Somebody may say it may have been me in this energy here. All right? Dealing with a masculine or something. But I feel like, again, it's almost like, dude, y'all was already dealing with this masculine. What you talking about? So again, it says he thought the tree was getting too much water to drink, so he chopped it down. Okay. Wow. This is making me think about, you know, this is making me think about them trying to chop down a female's energy, the essence of the American empress or the American female, Methuselah, or some type of energy like this. It said, and immediately the spring dried up. Okay. And then all the trees on his farm began to die because he had no water. Okay, to give them. So then he took a small cutting of the original fig tree. So this is that energy. Look at that fly coming around here. So this is the energy, like I said. Okay, this make me think about genital mutilation or clitoris something here, where somebody might have snipped some pieces of somebody might have snipped a little piece, but somebody then came and snipped the whole thing. What we talking about, y'all? This shit is on another level. It been deeply rooted in my chest for a minute. It been deeply rooted in my chest for a minute. Could this be? What the fuck is we dealing with here? Like, is this the real time? Is this time? Is this real shit that's going on right here? Do you get what I'm saying here? Because we know that when it comes to genital mutilation, it is I feel like that is something that cuts off somebody from a connection from something. I don't know, something more powerful or something very powerful. And I feel like, again, when I was reading about this, I feel like it can mess with people's, vaginal area. You may not be able to, like that or something like this or whatever. Okay. It might not be able to get like that. Okay. No more. But I feel like, there may be a something, but I feel like, I feel like this could be something what we're talking about here. All right. Because they took and sold the fig leaves on themselves and hid themselves. This is just making me think that they took something from somebody's vaginal area. Because I looked at different ways that they were doing this to people. And I'm thinking that with some of these energies and these beings and some of this shit that's going on here, all right, something else is going on here. All right. It says, and he planted it in a good place, but not the same one where the first spring had been. All right. And every day he said prayers over the little cutting, and he blew a fresh breath of smoke of the herb on the small planting, and he prayed for its deliverance and his own, for his farm was withering in the sun. Okay, so this is the sun blazing on these motherfuckers right now because of whatever they're doing in the background and how they are using whatever these taxes is to harm people. It's always going to be America first to me. I think that people should have the right to know if God promised not to do another flood and we right here seeing a damn flood going on, allegedly. I feel like we have the right to know what's going on. And what is this? Why do it seem like we've been suffering since we opened up dying gates, or they opened up dying gates to all these people? When did America get hijacked? Is America still America? What are we talking about? No, they can build it back better with the new people that they bringing in here because Americans are worthless. That's what they really saying. That's what they're really saying. Americans don't want to work for $7.50 an hour. They don't want to work at Burger King and shit. Let's get some people from these other places to come in and work these jobs. And let's keep all our factories over in China. And let's go ahead and get our oil from everywhere else except for here in America or South America even. They have some of the best oil down in South America. This is a masculine energy, maybe in his Solomon energy, that don't want the son, his true spouse or true mate or whatever, but you putting this person in a bad position. And that's the thing. This could be also my energy gearing towards looking at these particular people, okay? Feeling like, you know, the masculine, oh, they must be tapped in or whatever, because some of this shit is kind of accurate. You know what I'm saying? And so again, this could be both. I feel like it's on both parts. But I feel like, you know, this masculine, I'm seeing yummy, fresh drink. I got this big crate, like an antique crate, style crate, okay? Over here looking at me, yummy, fresh drink, okay? And it's like one of those old crates that you put, like they used to have Pepsi bottles in or whatever. Okay, so again, I feel like this shit is insane, okay? Really it is, okay? This could have happened in 2014 or 2017. This could be the energy of the sun waking up and burning these people like we're doing right now. They may be feeling like they're being vexed or burned, and this is just getting them more. The brooding vipers are getting even more angry and more angry. They don't understand why my energy doesn't renege, why my energy doesn't back down. Even if I'm all alone, even if a motherfucker mad, they wonder why. They think I don't know that these females have had, or these masculines are using, like I said, drugs or something from me in order to enhance these women to make. So again, it's only one of me. It's about 1,000 of you. So they think that I don't know that you've taken something from me, or that hope energy, that Hope Michelson energy, or something from somebody's blood around this motherfucker. All right. And now it fall back on me. It's saying, I feel like a masculine saying something fall back on him, but I'm like, that's us. Because whatever this so-called karma is, while somebody is letting these people carve me out a new one, the same thing, the ground is falling from below this masculine or feminine energy. I showed this little clip or whatever in my story today, a cartoon where he was cutting like a hole in the wall. The cat Sylvester was cutting a hole in the wall or whatever. Okay. And while he was cutting that hole, you know, a hole was being cut right underneath him. Okay. Because he was trying to get to, I can't remember, like the Tweety bird or something like this. All right. So again, I feel like this is what we're talking about. And that's just it. We don't even really have to go anymore or any further here. All right. Because it's saying, okay, this must be some type of ritual here. It's saying the tree grew and prospered and drew water out in onto it, and water made a cleft in the earth. This makes me think about, again, some of these people that are giants in the tarot community. It's just a wrap already. Where did they get it from? Like Elijah, like Esther asked Elijah. She was concerned about the hypnosis and shit like this. All right. Her father was too. All right. He said he wouldn't give her up for studies. I feel like that's exactly what they did to me. Possibly even my youngest daughter. All right. I feel like there's something else deeper going on here. All right. And I feel like they're trying to recreate me in this energy of this water energy. I don't care what you say. I see what I'm saying. Even in this all eternal energy, shall we keep going? Okay. So people mad I'm calling out names. They think I'm messing with their money. But like I said, some of these bitches will be not in without me. What are you talking about? They know what it is. We talking about time energy, time oracle energy. Time the fuck is up. I know. You know what I'm saying? And that cleft became a spring, which nourished the tree. And once again, there was water on the farmer's land. Okay? It says, Roy pauses a moment in the light spliff. He blows some smoke into the direction of the tree on the hill overlooking the, I keep saying licking, the land. He says that this is the natural mystic blowing through the air, the sacred smoke of the tree of life. I'm picking up that energy that we picked up from that card, the scent of it. There's something about the scent of it. Somebody is somebody's lifeline, period. Now, whether they want to keep them under wraps because of that, I don't know. Somebody is somebody's lifeline. I think they're each other's lifeline. These people want to kill off this masculine. They want the masculine to be able to it to be unrequited, for him to take from the feminine and continue to feed them. Feed me, Seymour. Just like them fucking Venus flytrap energies. Okay, that's what they're looking for here. Okay. But there's nothing being replenished with the earth, and that's where you get your global warming from. That's why the earth's core is heating up. She knows when the tree, it said don't touch the tree of life, because the tree of life knows. And she is that energy. She is the most savage fucking energy on this land. Because when she find out who you is and you came for her and her babies or her man or something like this, she is going to suck. And she's a ripper, I'm going to tell you. And she is going to, there's no holds motherfucking bar. And that's what I'm just telling you guys. That's the wrath of God. That's the breath of God. It says, for the Father did say, let the earth bring forth grass and herb and yield seed, yielding seed, and the fruit of the tree yielding fruit after his kind, whose seed in itself after his kind. Okay, so this is what they're stopping here. They're stopping the earth, the actual energies, the autochthonous peoples from reproducing. That's what I found about those Chinese missiles that were aimed at American babies. Okay, period. It says, so the sacred herb of the Rasta man. And so this might be masculine energies turning on females because they think there's something wrong with their eggs, or they can't give birth, or they're not able to conceive, or something like this. But again, that could also be the mind. Okay, these missiles could also be, like, again, the devil, the lover's card and the devil card, where this masculine energy is steady throwing these darts at this feminine energy and don't even know why, because he's under the spell of the devil with voodoo and hoodoo and all this other shit. Who knew? Who knew? Who knew? Always looking for some new. Who knew? So the sacred herb of the Rasta man, I tell you, is also the tree of life in the Bible. So this is somebody's opinion here, okay? This is somebody's opinion here, all right? So what is Jamaica? It says West Indian Island from Tiano, because that is the Tiano and Arawak, I think. Let's see. I don't know why that made me think about Ewoks. It says from Tiano, or Arawakan, okay? Or Wakan, okay? The Great Wakan or Wakan energy. We looked that up too. American energy or American presence too, okay? Rich in springs, okay? But we know Jamaica wasn't named Jamaica, I don't think, when the Bible came out in the 1500s, okay? So in the late 1500s. So I don't know why we would think that that's what that is, but again, I don't think Jamaica was named Jamaica in the 1500s. Is what I'm feeling, okay? So this must be a certain group or something of people here. Which again, this is the Caribbeans, and like I said, something about Trinidad, something about these particular, that crest of life or whatever that is in South America. They saying it's somewhere else. I think that's where it is. Okay. All of this energy is talking about certain bloodlines. Again, it has that energy of that pool, Elijah pool energy. All right. There's something about this. All right. But I feel like I said, they were on the same census form with my family members, okay, at certain times. So this has something to do with the same thing in my eyes. And then we have Elijah and Esther meeting up 100 years after that, and 100 years after that, and the same shit going on. Somebody already knew this was happening. So if we have beings that don't die or that are immortal or on other, you know what I'm saying, levels or in, you know, whatever, okay, y'all, wherever you want to say that they at. They already know this. So this is how they have always had an upper hand. This is why they're amazed at one of our energies when we come on the plane to see how far we'll go. All right? Because there's something that's in us that you cannot recreate. All right? You can't block it either. So we have, this could also be where they took some people to. All right? They could have took some people to these places. Huh? I don't know. Ask Maya. I think she was using it last night. It says Columbus. Okay. It says the rich. Yes. I don't know. It's in the kitchen though. I'm pretty sure nobody took a pan out of the kitchen. You would just have to look underneath the cabinets or something. It says Rich in Springs, Columbus, when he found in 1494, named it Santiago. Okay. But this did not stick. It belonged to, okay, so we know that it was in Jamaica in the 1490s. But what is this book right here? Hold on. Let me see what this year is on here. Where is it? Hold on. Oh, I think it's upstairs. I think it's 1491 when China or Asia. I thought the dang on book was down here. Okay, maybe not. I think it was 1491 when China supposedly came over to the Americas already. So again, it said it belonged to Spain from 1509 to 1655, and after to Great Britain. Okay. So I thought it was something funny about that whole energy of Great Britain this year. All right. And then I think Rihanna being named the ambassador or something like that down in Barbados, if I'm not mistaken. The Jamaica in New York. So Jamaica, New York. Okay, so Jamaica in New York, probably in Delaware, the Algonquin. So again, the Algonquin, the first Bible written in Americas was in the Algonquin language. Okay. And so again, but they don't have anybody that can really read that language today to be able to interpret it. Not even Native Americans, really. All right. So Delaware. So, and I feel like there is some treaties or something to do with Algonquin. But Algonquin, I don't know. It just brings me back to Nephi, Nephilim energy, because people like to say something else about the Nephilim, but the Nephilim was the first peoples of the Americas. Okay. They use different interpretations. That's everybody's opinion or whatever. But the Nephilim, I don't think are foreign to America. I believe that those are those peoples that were here in the Americas, and they have been picked on by the Anunnaki and these other races because they had a haughtier sense of seeing or viewpoint or advantage point or something over these particular people. It's like hawks coming down to pick up lizards or baby alligators off the ground. Okay, it's something like that. Okay. Or baby tadpoles, something like this. All right. And it says, meaning a beaver pond. So we kept pulling beaver. So maybe that's even what this was talking about, like an eager beaver. All right. Because I was saying maybe somebody's really eager to find out something about, hold on. Let me see. So yeah, we got the maroons, or maybe these might be also Moorish energies here. A fugitive black slave, Cuban Negro, a Cimarron. Something about the thicket. But I'm also picturing those mangrove trees down in Florida with the Seminole Indians, okay? And how they would be wading through that water, okay? We have Scotch or Scottish. Yeah, so this might have something to do, again, the whole energy of Mary. For some reason, I'm thinking of that, all right? There's this energy, like something came in my feed about a review on Mary and Mary and Francis, okay? And it made me about to be tearing up because y'all know that's one of my favorite shows or whatever. And it made me think that, damn, this is divine masculine passing away or something. And how she just didn't even know how to be without him. Like, ooh, y'all. One of the stillest and most isolated spots on the face of the earth. We got Alice Walker. Now, I told y'all it's something about that last name, Walker. The 9 miles of one of the most silentest and most isolated spots on the face of the earth. But I feel like this may be representing a place, yeah. But I feel like this also represents people here. Or someone that would be, we have red earth here. A rolling turf. A dreamland. A palm to waddle and daub. I see the switches in their hands. The switches in their hands. And the little girls waiting and a bunch of... See, this is making me think about how they said that these workers were whipping these immigrant people coming over. You get what I'm saying? Because I feel like this was the first time that I feel like I got whipped by the administration. Okay, it was around the same time, whether we talk about the same thing or not, allegedly. All okay, and symbolically, when they said that these people that were mounted on horses, okay, that could be us, those that of us that had a heightened sense of being able to view. Maybe not all the way in the air like Air Force One or that kind of energy or air Anunnaki energy, but we could see a little bit higher. All right. That shit, they showed us one thing on that screen, but it was also representing something else here. All right. And those people getting in trouble and losing their jobs was some of us that got lost some kind of ranking here. All right, because we were, maybe because I was being too real. You can go back to around that date, whenever that happened. You could let the videos and you could pick it out and see what you want to see for yourself. But I knew what happened when it happened. Source had told me what they was doing. And that's what I'm saying. This is why they wanted this masculine energy to cut off his right hand, because that's the only hand that's going to be able to keep him alive. And them keeping this masculine away from someone, because Elijah and Esther in that book, with that 100-year prophecy, she thought, or he thought, he had something that could heal her, vice versa. So this would be them keeping this masculine away from his real true feminine, trying to replace and trying to find and build a bitch somewhere else, and the whole time, but they don't want to come and ask that energy because they feel like they're above that energy. So I guess that's just what it would be. I guess that's what it would be. It's a shame. It's a shame. I feel like somebody is afraid, or they're looking for forgiveness. It ain't even never nothing about no shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I feel like whatever this is, they know what they're doing here. Okay. And this is to eliminate a certain group of people here. It's like me and this masculine energy go away, way back. Too far back to be really thinking that each other would do each other like this. That's how I know it's something else that's going on here. All right. And whatever this is, it's got motherfuckers in this energy here. I'm cool and copacetic. I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? I only have one. It's almost like being that energy of that one energy that is to protect, like, not that I'm a man, you know what I'm saying, or nothing like this, but it's just something it's an honor to me, actually. But I feel like, maybe I'm the only one that still see it that way or something like this. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and pause real quick, and then I'm going to come back. But I'm just like, somebody trying to play something here. Somebody trying to play me here. Like, hold on real quick. I started reading this in that damn chair, and I couldn't wait to get up out of that nail place. And it took forever for that girl to finish my nail. I mean, it was a nice little girl, whatever. She was sweet. So, let's see. And if your hand, even your stronger hand, causes you to sin. That's what I'm saying. Okay, so we're going to look at the New Living Translation. Even if your hand or your stronger hand causes you to sin, cut it off and throw it away. It's better that you lose one part of your body than of your whole body be thrown into hell. I'm telling you, this is what, but those women are that. Those women are demons. They're divine, like I told you. That's why I don't like using that term. The ones especially that are dealing in the dark energy, not the ones that are light and helping whatever with crimes, but a lot of these people are committing these crimes, and that's how they know about the fucking crimes. And even if you know about the crimes, these people that are in charge are not going to do anything to stop them because they're benefiting from them. I mean, it's what it is. Like, I don't understand. I promise it got to be another planet. It got to be another motherfucking planet that I belong to. I'm just like, what is wrong with these people? We're going to stop the video. I'll be back. I'm going to pull some cards on it. I'll be back.